And hello everyone, this is CM Pork, and today I am joined with my brother NB Cash as we play Friday the 13th.
More specifically, I'm going to be playing Friday the 13th, so think of it as a NB Cash takeover.
Yeah, that is true because, one, I'm playing this game just because Halloween's coming up, so I just thought this would be one of those ideal games to get into the Halloween vibes. And second, my brother is the Friday the 13th fanatic, and he's the one that's more experienced with this game, so it makes more sense that if he takes the wheel while I just kick back and commentate.
So let's do it.
Yeah.
It's funny that you mention that we're doing this in the spirit of Halloween because if you remember, a couple of years ago, this game became available for free because of the Halloween season.
Wasn't it last week? I mean, last year?
You know what? I think it was last year.
Yeah, I think last year it was when it was the free PS Plus game.
Yeah, and it was all nothing but like horror. Wasn't it? Was it all horror themed games
I'm pretty sure it was, yeah.
because of Halloween? So I'm gonna do offline. I never play online, to be honest, so I always just play offline with bots.
And honestly, I'm not even sure how many people are... I mean, it's October, maybe there's a couple more people, but like if we were to have done this like 2 months ago, I can't imagine like the amount of people like jumping to play this.
Yeah.
I was gonna say very subpar.
Look, this game is not perfect. It has its flaws. But, you know, all the times that I've played it, I enjoy it. I'll say this. It's certainly a lot better than the old Nintendo Friday the 13th video game because, you know, I've never played it, but I've seen videos of gameplay, and I know I've watched the... everybody knows Angry Video Game Nerd. I watched his review, and it sucked. Like, that old game sucked. And to be honest, even though I'm a Friday the 13th Jason Voorhees fan, I have no intention of playing that game.
I wouldn't mind one day if it's just as a gag, you know, or just one of those things where I literally want to put myself in a peculiar position. Like if that's one of those ones where I want to set myself up for failure, maybe.
I feel like if I were to play that game, if I ever had an old Nintendo system, I'm pretty much going to be frustrated the entire time to the point where I'm just going to rage quit because I just can't take it anymore.
Honestly, I think that's just me, just any old Nintendo game, especially like the N64 and its crappy ass like joystick thing it would have in the bottom, like that thing sucks ass. Like I'm just trying to imagine how much more fun like the old Smash Bros. Game would have been if the thumbstick wasn't obnoxious.
I've actually played the original Smash on an N64.
Oh, so have I. So.
Yeah, it's different, especially because my main Mewtwo is not on the game.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think back then I was always going off between Kirby and DK.
I think the last time I played it, I went with Pikachu.
Yeah.
But I'm just scrolling through like all of the different skins because, as you can see, I've unlocked quite a few. The only ones I have yet to unlock are Jason Goes to Hell and the final chapter. I have a long ways to go before I can unlock the final chapter, Part 4 Jason, because I'm at level... what level am I in? I forgot. I wasn't paying attention. But anyway,
yeah.
My main is Part 3 Jason. I always just stick with Part 3 because, you know, it's a classic. The first one where he got his hockey mask. You can go retro. Speaking of the old Nintendo game.
Let's go with that one.
You want to do that one?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, I'm gonna go with retro since we were on the subject of the old Nintendo game.
Yeah, we can go there.
So, except I'm not gonna change any of my kills or anything. I'm gonna leave it at normal. Counselors. Okay, so 7 is the default, and that's the max. Let's see. Do I want to do 5? I'm not gonna do 1.
Let's go for 5.
Okay, yeah, I'll do 5.
Yeah. I forgot how long this one is. Like, I feel like it's gonna either be one game or 2, depending. Right. I mean, if it kind of gets to a point where it's like, oh, it's 15 minutes. Well, I mean, actually, we kind of almost killed 5 already.
Oh.
So like,
Wow.
Yeah. So like, if this match goes like 10 minutes or like 16 or whatever, maybe I'll just for the shits and giggles, I'll play it and just be me versus one lone. I was about to say inmate, but one lone camper perhaps. But that's just we just want to do like a filler match right there. All right, hunt everyone down.
Yep. That's like probably the cool thing about this game
them
is you get to be
remember what
Jason
they
and you get
did
to
to us,
kill all
Jason.
those,
Kill
horny
them.
teenage camp counselors. I mean, who doesn't want to do that? Okay.
Maybe the horny or the horny campers themselves. Alright. There we go.
Every time I play this game, I like to start out by going to the phone line, which is already damaged. Because obviously, for those of you who are not familiar with the game, there are two ways that you can play it. You can spotted a counselor. You can either play as a camp counselor and your goal is to survive the night. So you have to avoid being killed by Jason, of course.
What?
Oh, sorry. I'm there we go.
okay.
I'm kind of rusty because it's been a while since I played this game.
I just kind of took it as just the game like doing its own typical sucking ass routine.
It's been a while since I played this game, so I'm a little rusty. But I've already got my first kill. I'm going with the head crunch.
Pop goes the weasel.
This is so much better on Friday the 13th Part 3 because we had that awful eye pop, which was great because it's one of those things where it was so bad it's good. Like you can obviously, like when you watch Part 3 and you watch that kill, it's very obvious that it's a fake. It's a puppet head, and you can also tell it's very obvious that the eyeball is still attached on the wire because Part 3 was the one where they were in 3D. So they abused the crap out of the 3D thing, like it was ridiculous. But that was one of the things they did for that kill was to just have the eyeball pop towards the camera, and you can easily see the wire that the eyeball is attached.
It's funny because when I think of 3D, I have two fond memories. Or one of actually no, one of them's not fond. One of them sort of is, the other one's not. The first one was Avatar. How much they hyped the hell out of it, like watching on 3D for the.
You're talking about not The Last Airbender, right?
No.
You're talking about James Cameron's Avatar.
Yeah. I'm talking about James Cameron, where they hyped it as like this is the definitive way to watch the film, and honestly, there really wasn't a whole lot of moments that really caught my eye. I honestly was just better off watching the normal version and saving a few bucks.
Oh, I know, right?
Like, I mean, honestly, at this point, I would have even just taken it if, like, the freaking sex scene would have had some 3D at that. I mean, because, really, I think maybe just some, like, bugs flying around at some point, but like, I don't recall there being anything that really, like, took advantage of 3D. Now, the other movie that comes to mind did take advantage of it, and in some ways, I kind of wish it did not, because the other one was Jackass 3, and that one, I think, did a better use of 3D, so when you see things like shit and floppy wieners...
Oh, gosh. Good thing I didn't watch that one.
No, that's a horror show.
Oh, yes. Truth be told, one of my favorite films that I saw in 3D, which is also a James Cameron film, was when they re-released Titanic.
Ooh.
Because I remember in 2012 when, to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the sinking, they re-released the movie in 3D. And I watched it twice, and I thought it was actually pretty cool.
Man, I still say, like, I know I've been recommending you watch Rick and Morty for a long while, but I still think one of the people do like is just because in the side story, like, the character Jerry, like, who ends up being, like, a big Titanic fan, goes into this, like, reenactment, into this, like, it's almost like a reenactment cruise. So, like, you go around in costume, you enjoy yourself, and then there's also a point where they have, like, a staged iceberg moment.
Kind of like those Civil War reenactments.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's that, but more like vacation. It's like reenactment / vacation type thing.
Hell, I would do that.
But it's funny because in this one, what ends up happening is that they mess up. They actually avoid the iceberg.
Rewriting history.
Yeah, well, and then Jerry's trying to like basically enjoy all this with his wife. Like he's trying to have like the Jack and Rose
Jack
moment.
And Rose thing.
Yeah, he's trying to have that with his wife, but the wife's really not interested. So instead, like this random maid worker is like the one that's doing this with him. But eventually, she even tries to like sexually assault Jerry, even like forcing Jerry to like draw her nude and everything. And this woman has like a very grotesque, lumpy body and everything.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's so funny.
And ends with like eventually the wife Beth saving Jerry because eventually she wanted to reenact the car scene.
Oh gosh, the sex in the car
Yeah,
scene.
so basically right before Jerry can get raped, that's when Beth saves him from that. So at least there was a good ending to that side story.
Oh, look at that, and the door's open. Oh, fireworks. So anyway, before our conversation got... Oh, okay.
He just.
Oh, no, they fight back.
Oh no! I was gonna say he stood there, but me, I think he baited you. Honestly.
Yeah, I think so. I took the bait. But anyway, before our conversation went all over the place.
Here's another one of my standard conversations.
Yeah.
Go on.
But there are two ways. So I was explaining that there's two ways to play this game. The first one is you're a camp counselor, and the whole idea is survive the night. So you will want to avoid being killed by Jason. And then, of course, the second option is play as Jason, and the goal is to kill all the counselors.
But offline, you can only be Jason, right?
I think so, yeah. I don't think there's...
That kind of sucks. Like, I know like, being Jason seems more of the fun part, but you would think that there'd be some people out there that would actually want
Yeah,
to.
like they want to have fun, surviving against, the AI, Jason, but without having to play with other players online.
I mean, hell, even split screen would have been cool, like, 1 to 4
Oh,
players.
I know, right?
And maybe, for example, just for the sake of being fair, maybe on the 4-player mode, unfortunately, you cannot be, like, one of the 4 players can't be Jason, because if not, you can imagine there being a lot of screen cheating and being involved. Like, the counselor's looking at Jason's screen just to know where to avoid him, or vice versa, so... Kind of like either 1 player is Jason, or 4 players, or up to 4 players can be the counselor. I think that would have been a fun addition to the game.
I think so, too. I agree. That actually would have been really cool.
Oof. Okay, so how many did you kill?
3, so
3.
I have 3 more to go, because I'm halfway there.
Gotcha. And I know,
Okay, somebody's still in this cabin. They're probably hiding.
Jason never got added to Killing Floor, right? Or Dead by Daylight, huh?
No, I don't think so.
No, that was
I think it's
Michael
I think it's
Myers.
pretty obvious because they figure, well, Jason already has his own game.
Yeah. It was,
Oh, I killed him. Yeah, just one swing of my machete already did a lot of damage.
It was Michael Myers and was it also
Freddy, I think.
Freddy or Leatherface?
I think it was Freddy.
I thought Leatherface also got added. Leatherface also kind of seemed like it would be ideal for that type of game.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why I can't see Freddy, but I don't know. I just know Michael Myers got added, and then Jason got his own game. Okay, there's one right there.
I like using this ability, the sensing one.
His slasher senses are tingling.
Mm-hmm.
Very quiet. We humping campers.
One of the things I really like about this game was they actually got 2 people that were involved in the films to be a part of this game. One of them is Harry Manfredini, who was the composer for much of the music in all the movies. He was the composer for the first 6 Fridays, and then they think he wasn't the full composer for the 7th one. They had somebody else, but they did use his, score throughout the movie, and then Part 8 they went with somebody else. But he returned in Part 9, Jason Goes to Hell, as well as Jason X. So,
That's a horrible comeback. Then.
I know, right? But yeah, that's cool that they got Harry Manfredini, the guy responsible for the music and that famous sound, to be a part of it. He composed the music for this game, and probably everybody's favorite, Kane Hodder, the definitive Jason. Kane Hodder actually did the motion capture for Jason in this game.
Was he the guy that was the tallest Jason?
No, that's Ken Kersinger, who played him in Freddy vs. Jason.
I was surprised when I found that Jason's the most he ever got as far as an actor was 6'5".
Yeah, or 6'5.5".
Yeah, so
I know Derek Mears, who played him in the remake, was 6'5".
Yeah, I don't know why. Something about him always kind of struck me more like of a 6'8" to 7 feet.
Yeah, that's why,
max.
because I personally, this is just a nitpick, but I personally have always thought, oh, look at that.
first person. You know that.
That's what I like about the hide and the seek and destroy.
Yeah, I mean, you can finish your thought because I actually have my own thought I want to like get and talk to after you make your point.
Oh,
so
yeah.
like, go finish your point.
But what I was gonna say is, I personally have always thought that Jason should be bigger than Michael Myers because to me, I always thought of Michael Myers as just an ordinary guy.
Or maybe like a slightly taller.
Maybe slightly taller, like at least like 6 feet, 6'2" at the most, or 6'3". But I always thought that Jason should be like the Hulk because of the, you know, when you think of like all the slashers, Jason should be like the Hulk of the squad. You know, you have like usually you have like the big four. You know, Jason, Leatherface, Michael, and Freddy. Obviously, Freddy should be the short one.
He's the pipsqueak.
He's the pipsqueak. Leatherface is big, but more in terms of width. Like, you know, like
he's fat.
He's fat. Yeah, exactly. He's a big boy in terms of his weight.
Yeah.
Michael should be like kind of like the above in between, you know, like above average, and then Jason is just like the big hulking monster mountain man.
Yeah.
So it always bothered me that, you know, that Michael Myers still has, you know, the distinct honor of being the tall one because of the Rob Zombie version, because Tyler Mane, who played Michael Myers in the Rob Zombie films, is a big guy. And look, there's Tommy Jarvis, perfect to be the last victim, Jason's arch nemesis. But yeah, that's just always me. Like, I always thought that Jason should be the big one. He should be bigger than Michael Myers. So yeah, Kane Hodder is only like 6'3", I believe.
Now, what? Wait. Oh, okay.
He's in the
Hopefully
cabin.
you get the bed kill, or hopefully you get one.
Or the closet, because they're either hiding inside.
Yeah.
They're hiding underneath the bed, or in the. Oh, you know, he jumped out.
Dang it. Well, I mean, I guess I'll make my point, but I had a point that I want to make since it was the first person. But like, I was always seeing the first person.
Oh, I think I got him.
Yeah, you got him. You got it. Oh. Ah, so you don't want to kill him in that anti-climb.
Oh, he got me.
I forgot that could happen.
Yeah, Tommy Jarvis gets the shotgun. All the other counselors don't. The very best they can do is get a one of those flare guns.
You know, I was gonna say as I was seeing like the first person point of view, that's actually thought this was even an idea that I was even having before going to the recording session, was that I want to see a Jason Voorhees ASMR video. Like, just get someone in a Jason costume and everything.
There
like,
probably is.
Like, I think I've looked it up and there isn't.
Really?
I've seen a bunch of cool, like, you know, like in costume cosplay ones, but not that one. And so yeah, I want to see that with Jason, like, you know, the costume, the mannerisms, even down to like just going to the microphone, just doing the. I know Jason doesn't talk; he's a mute. But I think just for that, I think that'd be like a clever trigger to use for that. Just getting behind each like side of the camera, doing the hisses sounds.
I hate using that feature.
Like, all you can do, you know, that's probably the only like actual audio trigger that Jason himself would do. The rest would be like machete tapping, mask tapping, etc., etc. And oh, okay.
Oh, off with the head. There's a little glitch there, and there you go. All six kills.
It just did, like, you know, like it just did a typical Friday the 13th. He just flopped.
You know what? I think didn't I start out with 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. Because Tommy Jarvis can be summoned by the camp counselors, that gives you an extra victim to kill. So even if, you know, you pick 7, if you go with 7 counselors to kill, it can easily go to 8 because Tommy Jarvis is summoned. So yeah, I started out this thing with 5, but now it became 6 because Tommy was summoned. But I'm pretty sure that should make Jason happier because, you know, hey, one more victim. So there's all my victims right there.
And with that, actually, yeah, it actually took longer than I expected. I think we started at the 5-minute mark. It was about like a 14, 15-minute round. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, that'll be it for this video. Although we will return to this video, I do want to upload a video because next month in November we will actually get a legitimate Friday the 13th.
Right.
So,
which is awesome because November is my birth month. So
yeah,
that's
So
awesome.
we will come back to this. But in the meanwhile, because you know it's Halloween coming up, we will do more videos. You're gonna see Jason in other videos besides this one.
Mm-hmm.
So, but in the meanwhile, this will do it for this video. This was CM Pork, the guy not actually playing this time, and this was NB Cash.
The guy who was playing.
Yeah, the guy that was playing. So yeah, if you guys can do one last thing, you can tell a friend, mention my name, mention the word, and make sure to hack and slash the like button, the comment section, the subscribe, whatever you need to do, just hack it and slash it.
Make Jason proud.
Yeah, make Mrs. Voorhees' little boy proud. And until next time, have a nice day.